What is good, guys? Matt from Duality Gaming here, giving you another video, and this one is talking about the Modern Warfare Remaster. And I'm not going to talk about Infinite Warfare in this, not a lot at least. Basically, there was a trailer that came out the other day. It pretty much confirmed what we already knew, which was Modern Warfare 1, Call of Duty 4 is going to be remastered in probably 1080p for the PS4, Xbox One and PC, most probably. Lighting is great and everything, but everyone's kind of losing their shit over something, which is the fact that you can only get it if you get, like, I don't know what the name is of the thing. It's like the one above the normal game. I think it's called the Legacy Edition. Now, the thing is, I've been doing a lot of research, and I've been seeing a lot of stupidity on the internet. I've been seeing a lot of it, and I'm kind of here to just flat out say this. I guarantee that Modern Warfare, like 1, the remaster, will be standalone at some point. It will not be a standalone at launch. Obviously, they announced that. It won't be a standalone at Christmas. It will, in fact, be a standalone at some point. Now, I'm going to just direct everyone back. I'm going to give some people a history lesson on this. If you remember Modern Warfare 2, if you were the Hardened Edition or the Prestige Edition of that game, you also got Call of Duty Classic as a downloadable thing. Okay, that was the only way you could get it at the time. And you know what happened a few months after, when the sales kind of started dropping off? It got released for Xbox Live and PlayStation Network as its own standalone thing. Now, I'm going to flat out say this now. The only reason, it's kind of like the PS5 video I have put up. And if you haven't seen it, obviously go watch that. Where they are not going to announce it's going to be a standalone at some point. You know what that does? That affects the numbers of the sale. They are obviously not going to do something that's going to be detrimental to the sale of this product. Because they know people want it, okay? And people are impatient by nature, okay? People are impatient. So that people will go out and buy this full price or overpriced, whatever it is, what, $80, 60 quid, whatever it is. Quid is £60. And basically, this video is, I kind of been seeing a lot of stupidity saying, oh, Activision, you got my money. I didn't want Infinite Warfare, but, you know, I'm going to happily pay $80 to get this game. No. People, especially some, like, big YouTubers as well, they were talking about how this is just a way of Activision fluffing their numbers, which is fair enough. They know people want this game, and they're going to extort that for, you know, when it releases and the holiday season and Christmas, essentially, where people are going to buy this, and everyone's just going to buy it for Modern Warfare, which is fair enough. It's obviously overpriced, but I'm here to basically tell you, at least in my opinion, they will release it as standalone, because if Activision is this huge capitalist evil company that everyone likes to think they are, right, what's the best way of making more profit from that kind of product once Infinite Warfare is, like, gone out, and once the Legacy Editions and all that have ran out of print? They're just going to digitally release Call of Duty 4 Remaster on the PSN network and the Xbox Live the Xbox Live marketplace, because it will make them more money. They can charge you £20 after that, and people will go buy it again, and then their numbers go up, and then they make more profit. What they're not going to do is tell you that now, before the game has even released, before the game has, like, exactly not even fucking launched. We haven't seen much of the game, much of fucking Call of Duty Remastered, besides about the 20 seconds at the end of Infinite Warfare. I don't get why people don't understand. If you waited 6 months, it most probably will be released as a standalone. They're saying it won't be a standalone because, like the PS5, they are not, all the iPhones, any product you can think of, they are not going to tell you before the fucking product has released that it's going to be a standalone at some point, because that wouldn't make sense. Because what's going to happen, if people don't seem to understand, is the sales won't, like, it won't sell as well as it could, because people will be like, I'm just going to wait. Right? And then that causes the problem of the fact of Call of Duty, the sales figures of that franchise have been declining every year. Okay? And if people find out that they're going to do a standalone at some point, then there will be no inclination to actually get Infinite Warfare with, get Modern Warfare with Infinite Warfare. There's too many warfares from Infinity Ward. No, see, that's really confusing. But honestly, in my personal opinion, it makes no sense why they wouldn't make it a standalone at some point in the future, because they know people want it, right? And the Legacy Edition is usually a limited run anyway. And the best way to amplify their profits is to do it as a standalone later on. But they will not do it now. So to the people that are saying, Activision, you're cunts, you know, or you're dickheads or whatever, you know, you've got me to buy this, you're impatient, and you clearly don't understand that they will release this as a standalone. If they did it for Call of Duty Classic with Modern Warfare 2, why wouldn't they do it with Modern Warfare when they know there's such a big market for it? Right? There's a multiplayer probably included with it as well. So why wouldn't they do it as a standalone later on? Okay, do you understand what I mean by this? Like, am I crazy? Am I the only one that was thinking that the only reason they're not going to tell you it's a standalone, and they're saying it's not going to be released by itself, is because they don't want people not buying Infinite Warfare because it will affect their sales figures? Or am I the crazy one? Like, please explain this to me, because the thing is, it's the same thing with Apple. They wouldn't announce the fucking iPhone 7 after the iPhone 6s was just released. That would make no sense, because people won't get the iPhone 7 and you don't affect your sales figures. That's essentially what the point I'm getting at. Anyway, tell me what you think down below. I'm going to label this something a bit, what's the word? Misleading, because people need to understand, and I'm calling it now. People can bookmark this video in the future, and if it happens, it happens. If we get to the next Call of Duty, which will probably Advanced Warfare 2 or Advanced Warfare Google Play, so I don't fucking know anymore, or Gun Warfare, that'd be funny. But tell me what you think down below. Like the video if you liked it, dislike if you didn't like it, because you know you have marketing retardation. Subscribe to the channel, it really does help me and Doris out. Check out the Facebook and check out the Instagram for daily updates, and ultimately guys, as I always say, have a nice day.